click of success. Alright ladies, let's get back to it. Maybe you can see here, I'm trying to size this cable. We're going to make it a little, we can't make it too long. We might even have to trim it if it's too long. I think the first thing to do is start working this down to here. So here's my midway point. I kind of need to get a good bend right there. No, that's not bad. I think we're gonna go for it. Let's see what else. I mean, you know, nothing tried, nothing ever happens. Ladies, this is. I don't know what tool you're supposed to use to do this. So let's just. This is gonna need to be shorter or bent more. Just grab something. I was jamming a ratchet handle in these things before. This works better. You just gotta get some torque on it. And there we go, we got like a 90. Meant to do that actually. Good grief. So like, this needs to be shorter. I don't want to make it into a, I did cut a little piece off, and as I was doing that, one of the wires fell out the middle. I mean, it's not 10, but 12 leaves a little mark in it. So it's a little over 2 millimeters, each one of these strands. This may not be possible, this maneuver I'm trying here. Should probably loosen that up a little. It still seems too long, maybe. I would kind of love it if I had some nice, flexible, strandy sort of cable. Gotta collect all this up later and put it in my copper jar. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's at least gonna fit now. I think I can jamify it in there. Yeah, I did. Okay, I just gotta crimp these things just so. As always, meant to do that. Staying flexible is important. I'm getting pretty old. So anybody remember which end was which? Armed. Put this in the on position. There's a little knob on it. And then I think what we want to do is leave this pointing kind of that way. And then from there, figure out where this needs to be clocked to, the wire, the cable, in order to have it come out in the right spot, which is about there. I don't know how to use this tool properly, right? I mean, that looks super awkward. That does not seem correct. It seems like you're supposed to be doing this. But who's doing everything else, right? It's not much of a test fit if this is just free to flop around to wherever you want it to be. Okay, so armed. So it's really easier to go ahead and tighten this just enough to where it doesn't move. And then grab this guy and hold it where you want it to be, assuming you know where that is. And I do some really awkward stuff, like kind of, you know, I'm holding it where I want it with these fingers, and I have this, you know what I mean, to keep it pressed in to the connector. Look at me go, improving my bust. We're a little bit on the home stretch. Okay, so we're calling this good. And then I think there's a couple little wires to go to the controller and this and that kind of thing. Like for the throttle, there's like a box. It's basically a box with a stick. And that stick is the throttle. So that leaves what doesn't have something sticking out of it on here, right? The switch has 4 terminals, and we got one going to an armature winding. We've got one of them going to S2 and the other one going to S1, and that is indeed how you sort of switch the wiring. You got another one down here at the bottom, the last one, and it is connected to our contactor. The contactor is this relay deal, so when we energize this coil, it closes this switch here, and it lets battery juice wave, like the energy. This is what happens. You got this nice big wire here full of electrons, and what you're doing is you're letting the electrons go like this, and when the ones that are, you know, they're rubbing against each other. I could be wrong. So I have to have electronic juice waves, you know, being able to connect to their friends through the whole circuit. That's what you do. And so the battery, which is the source of our party, you fill it up with party, and then the party comes out. So the minus side of the battery goes here, and the plus side of the battery goes here. That's what's left to connect, aside from like little wires. Hey ladies, what's up? I don't remember exactly where we were when we left off. I think I had kind of finished putting it together, actually, and was gonna test it, hook it up to the battery, which was a little bit of a drama, but sort of had to redo the ends on these cables. And then I had the sort of most interesting thing happen, which was that the motor would only turn in one direction, even though I had this switch, and everything seemed to be working. I had the sweet click of success and everything, but the motor didn't turn. Well, it was something pretty simple. One of these contacts here would make contact when it was in one position, but not in the other position. So I tightened the crap out of that nut, and I think that's going to fix it. We also took this apart a little bit, because this terminal here, A2, was grounding out to the case. At least that's what the meter said. I was getting basically no resistance between this and this, which should not, it should be isolated. Now that wasn't the cause of any problems, but it could have fried equipment, apparently, if the worst had happened. So anyway, this all needs to get put back together and retested. All right, ladies, let's get ready to reassemble. Okay, so here's our A2. We got nothing so far. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna need another wrench. Okay, we're closing in on it. Actually, we just gotta hook up our negative battery cable and our positive battery cable, and maybe a couple little little fiddly wires. They're so small they almost don't matter. I've already tightened the things down and they don't want to go where they're trying to be put. I like tightening this guy. Oh yeah. I think I did it like so that it goes through here. You know, it's been a week, I can't remember. This little guy doesn't want to grip on. Okay, so what this does is it puts this switch in series with our power that goes to the thing that turns the contactor on. It's our giant relay that gives the actual controller some power. So if we go ahead and hook the battery cables back up again, what we're calling our battery cables. For whatever reason, the battery has these number, I'm going to call them number 10. I think they're number 10 screws, machine screws, on its terminals, plus and minus terminals, and sorry, I keep bumping that camera, guys. Ladies, I'm going to do a voiceover. Ladies. And there's 3 of them on that side and 2 of them on the positive side. Anybody got a factual answer as to why that would be? Okay. I think that means everything's hooked up again. And yep, there's the sweet click. Hey, and that's the motor running in reverse, which it did not do before. So, fingers crossed, we still got forward, even though I think I have this backwards. Okay, here we go. Hey, forward. All right, we got 2 directions now. Ta-da! Hello ladies, today I'm going to be answering one question that nobody has asked, which is why hi ladies, or hello ladies, or hey ladies. My grandmother, actually, hi grandma, used to be, I don't know, genuinely offended or not when I would call her a guy. So sorry grandma, and I won't do it again. The adventure continues. I'm about to go cut metal. I love this little box here. I throw all kinds of nuts and bolts in it when I'm working on this cart, but it's in the way of something I need to do, and it's got to go. Is this gonna fit in here? Anyway, anyhow.
trash. Better run away to Mexico. You better run away to Guam. The president said that you must die. The president said to kick your ass. Your mama said that you must die. Your mama said to kick your ass.
Okay, so try not to laugh. This is what we're gonna try to use as our square. There's an angle here. There's an obvious angle. And that's because, I mean, this thing just ain't straight. But that's where the axle is 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees from the line. That's 2 lines that are scribed on there. Okay, going up to 1/4 inch, just so that we can basically test fit this, and you're going to see probably that I'm going at kind of an angle, just so that we can hopefully move these holes more towards where they should have been. Probably gonna break a drill bit. I probably saw someone do this on YouTube though, so you know what you gonna do. It was probably like Cletus or Damian McGuire or say Cooper Baghetti, one of these famous types. Okay, our little square tool here says that we're off a little bit. This is a little too far this way, or that's a little too far that way, depending. I may have cut at too much of an angle, and I need to move these holes a little bit now, because they're kind of a little bit wrong. Yeah. That's about normal. That's the battery warnings. The little guys telling me my battery does not have that much charge, which is true and also irrelevant. So here's what's cool. We went ahead and got the motor mounted up. It's not exactly right. Like the sprocket is a little bit offline, and that needs to be fixed, but I couldn't resist trying it out. So everything is all hooked up, and sweet click of success. Here we are running backwards. And I think, right? Yeah, that's also normal. Here we are going forwards. Ta-da! Yeah.